tend to see so many other cultures who seem to have great community. The Hispanic culture, the Asian culture, just to name a few. And I feel like those cultures have put things in place for generations like to abide by and follow, and they know that they can depend on and count on that they've learned from their, mimas and their, papas and all that. Do you feel like because of the slavery system of the African Americans that we are still operating in that space as a people? Like we're not passing on generational anything, and so it's like our generations now, we're kind of lost because we didn't get that.
Absolutely. So one of the things I know is that for us to succeed as a people, we have to first love each other. You talk about community, and we all know somebody, but we don't work together. Well, why would you work with a group that you don't love?
Okay.
And before you can love anybody, you got to first know what you loving.
Right. Okay.
So knowledge of self breeds love of self.
Okay.
And when you love self, you love others. And once you love others, you want for your brother what you want for yourself.
Okay.
So one of the things that slavery did, the greatest number it did to us as a people, was destroy our knowledge of self. That's why when you look at other communities, the Native community, Hispanic communities, even some of our African brothers on the continent, they have their language,
yes.
They have their native tongue, they have their original names. Mm-hmm. My last name is Sanders. There's not an African in Africa with the name Sanders. Mm-hmm. Culpepper, Brown, Green, Williams, these are all European names that were pretty much forced upon us. Okay. So again, we can't go back and find our original name, but what we can do is take in and embrace our original culture. And one of the things with our culture is getting back to the sense of community, not just throwing the word around, but loving each other, reclaiming our heritage. So that means that you don't have to just be Black in February or Afrocentric in December. Mm-hmm. You can love who you are 365 and be unapologetically about it. I don't apologize for being Black. Mm-hmm. So if my Blackness offends you, then that means you got some soul work you need to do and some inner work you need to get clear with. But I think that slavery, number one, stripped us, it destroyed us, and it ripped us inside out and upside down. So now we love what we should hate, and we hate what we should love.
Wow.
And so when you look at our communities and the violence and the drugs and the dope and the disrespect towards our women, all this was a byproduct. This was no coinky dink. This was about design. Mm-hmm. And so when there's a saying that says, God made America, and people have added and said, but America made niggas. Mm-hmm. The nigga is a product. That was something that was created because they know that if they take us from our original tongue, our original pride for self, and give us this byproduct of the toxicity in the community you see today, then we're going to follow that trend.
Okay.
So if I make a record right now talking about hurting white people, I'll be in jail in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. But they will allow us and finance us making records killing each other. Yeah. All this is about design, and all this is indeed a product of a thing called slavery.
Wow.